all human motivation is in one of two forms. It's threat or reward. Right? All human motivation. And the brain's organizing principle is minimize threat, maximize reward. That's how the brain is structured. Now, threat is a much more obvious motivator. It's faster, it's more intensive, it kind of feels safer, it's more immediate, you get more bang for your buck. It's sort of like, oil versus solar power in a sense. It's just, it's intense. So we tend to use threat a lot. And, threat, to be honest, threat does have a role to play in, if you're looking at a performance management system. It has a role to play, but we believe that role is for 3 to 5% of people in the organization. It's the people who really have a major values issue or a major performance issue, and they need to be given, they really need some kind of transformation. And mostly the result is, to be honest, with one client we've been working with, 80% of those people self-select out of the business, right? So we think, the people where there's a real issue, there's a bit of a role for that. But with everyone else, that kind of approach dramatically decreases insight. And I'll just share one anecdote and come back to you. I was working with a major consulting company recently. We do a lot of work with, highly rational firms. So professional services, technology, government, IT, research, R&D. But we're working with this consulting company, and he said, this positive stuff doesn't matter. We sit down, we have a week-long kind of calibration and meeting session with this person, and we completely slam them. And he said, you know what, it's fantastic, because a year later, they totally come around. And he didn't notice the irony in his own statement, which is like they completely and utterly lose people for an entire year while they try to process this incredible attack, right? So, and I said to him, there's probably a series of questions. There's only really 3 to 5. If you could set up the space to ask those 3 to 5 questions, you could get that person to the point that took you a year in 10 minutes and not lose an entire year of productivity.